That's the title track to the brand new album from Robbie M, Dance With Me. The song, Dance With Me. And we welcome Robbie M to KALA. I'm David Baker. And Robbie M, it's good to have you back on the airwaves.
Thanks, David, and welcome, Quad Cities. Thank you for listening today.
Well, tell me a little bit, Robbie, about putting together a brand new album that you just released a few days ago.
Well, I started this album back in July last year, and finished it up in October. It was finally released March the 3rd.
And how many songs are on it?
10 songs on Dance With Me.
Okay. What's the music style, if people are looking to categorize it?
I usually say it's dance music mixed with old funk and R&B.
You've been making music for a long time. Can you tell us about some of your background in music?
Well, I was with the Midnight Express Band back in the early 80s, and I played with those guys for quite some time, and we did our first song, Thou Love in Danger Zone, which was aired here on KALA also, and we really appreciate that. And it did really well. It was also aired on KSTT, one of the other stations here, and we were entered in a music challenge, and a couple of times, we came out on top on a music challenge. After that, I began to searched out doing things on my own, and I went to California and I recorded a song with my cousin James Early, who was working with MC Hammer at the time, and that song was titled What Is a Girl?
Oh yeah. And
I think you guys aired that too as well.
We did, and you had the afro going back then, as I recall.
Yeah, well, it was a Jerry curl.
A little bit of Jerry curl.
Curl.
Yeah, back in that era.
I had the soul glow on me.
Yeah. Can you tell the audience what instruments do you play?
Well, I originally started off playing bass guitar and bass. In school, I ended up getting a scholarship, playing the bass fiddle because I was in the orchestra for 9 years. I started playing drums at an early age also, and was playing with some groups around here, playing as a drummer. After a while, I started singing, and I just continued to sing and eventually started writing music.
You have put out several CDs, not only releases and a CD or an album format, not only with Midnight Express, but under the Robbie M flag as well.
Yes, Ronia Records.
Okay, Ronia Records. And how many albums have you put out?
With Ronia Records, I put out a 45 RPM and then Dance With Me. Now, I have been working since 2008 with a company out of Washington, D.C. called PPU, People's Potential Unlimited. And their CEO is Andrew Morgan, and he contacted me after he heard Danger Zone one time, and he asked me if I wanted to do a record deal with putting Danger Zone out, remixing it, and putting it out, and we did that. And ever since then, Danger Zone sort of opened up the door for more of my music be heard, and Andrew Morgan and PPU to have enough faith in me to continue to help me put these out.
And you've been pressing some of this on vinyl as well, correct?
Yeah. Because overseas, Danger Zone did so well, that it opened up the door for more of my music to be heard. And at the time, Ronia Records and Robbie M is in 62 countries.
Wow. We are talking to Robbie M on KALA 88.5 FM. And Robbie, where can people get a copy of any of the music that you've done or sample and get a taste of what you've been doing?
Well, I've also signed several MP3 contracts. So, they can go on iTunes, Amazon, just about any of the MP3 sites to download any of Robbie M music. And with the new vinyl stuff, it's also on the internet. So if you just Google in Robbie M, Ronia Records, you'll see a lot of my stuff come right up over the internet.
Okay, so just go to iTunes or any of your favorite search engines and you'll look for Robbie M.
Yeah, Robbie M, Ronia Records, Midnight Express, Danger Zone, PPU.
Yeah. What was the song? I remember the 12-inch single, "Be Faithful, Robbie M." That was the chant in the background. "Be faithful, Robbie M. Be faithful, Robbie M." And I used to always say that to you. I'd run into you anywhere.
Yes.
I'd bump into you somewhere in a store. Robbie M. Be faithful, Robbie M.
People got a big kick out of how that song came to fruition. I was writing them some music at home at one time, and the role that holds the paper towel in, I was just upstairs going, "Want to be faithful, Robbie M, be faithful, Robbie M." I said, "Hey, that sounds pretty good." So down in the basement I went,
And what was the song?
Faithful.
Faithful? That was the Faithful track.
Yeah, it was on the Strictly Business CD.
Oh, wow. And that came out, 25 years ago?
Oh, 1998 is when I put that out.
Oh, okay. Okay, not quite 25. Okay, almost 20 years. 20 years. What's ahead for you? What are you looking at doing? You talked about, putting some things out in Europe. You've been pressing some things that are older to vinyl, which has got to be a labor of love to go back to those old tapes and press that. What's coming up?
Well, I love that there's an interest in the vinyl in Europe, so So I'm going to continue to do the vinyls, because what I do first is I usually put out the vinyl, and then after a while, if the vinyl's out for a while, then I move on to putting out the MP3s and so that the downloads, so that they can pick that music up as well. And now I'm getting ready to start doing the CDs again.
Wow. Okay, it's Robbie M on 88.5 FM, and if you want to check out his new release called Dance With Me, we're going to actually be playing another track coming up here from the album. But again, how can people find this, or how can they get it, and how can they get some more Robbie M in their life?
Just Google Robbie M, Ronia Records, Google Midnight Express Danger Zone, Google Robbie M PPU.
PPU, Robbie M PPU, and look for Dance With Me, the brand new release. And I'm going to have you be the guest disc jockey and introduce another track from your brand new CD.
This next track is called Round and Round.
All right, Robbie M, thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
Round and round, all of goes round and round. Round and round, all of goes round and round. I don't want to argue or fuss and fight all night long. I just want to hug round and round my love tonight. It seems always something isn't right all night long. It's time we stop round and round and round every night. Round and round, all love goes round and round. It's time we thought about compromise all night long. I see the girl sometimes in your eyes. If we love each other